Anders and I'm the English teacher of 8th grade. And today we are going to talk about table manners or table etiquettes. For today's class we need several materials, which I'm going to explain right now. We will start with our silverware. After that we need to decorate our table. We will use candle lights and flowers for decoration. Of course we need our glasswork as well. We have our red wine glass, white wine, 4 champagne, a beer glass, a glass for water and a glass for soda. I'm also going to explain how to open a bottle of wine. Of course, at the end, when we have dinner, we want to drink a cup of coffee, we need a side plate, several different plates, and we have our cutlery again. Later I will explain how to use this material. Let's start decorating our table. As I told you before, we are going to start with our largest item, the candlelight. We will place it on the corner of the table facing our client. Then we will use our flowers for the decoration. We cannot forget our salt and pepper, which we need to take off the table before dessert starts. This is how we decorate our table. We will continue adding a little bit more decoration, a bottle of wine to make the table look good. This is our final result. Right now we are going to prepare the cutlery for our guests. We start with our serving platter. Be aware that the decoration is always straight in front of the guest. After that we take our silverware and we are going to decorate it. We start from the inside and we slowly work to the outside. As you can see, for the main dish we are going to use the largest cutlery. Fork and knife on the inside, followed by the small cutlery on the outside. Which means that when we are going to start eating, we will start from the outside to the inside. In this case, our guest will start with a salad where he needs a knife and a fork, followed by a little soup, and his main dish is going to be in the center of his board. If there is a dessert, we also need to serve the spoon and the fork. Right now we will continue with our glasswork. Our red wine glass goes always straight above the largest knife, followed by the white wine glass next to it. If we serve champagne, the champagne might go in the middle of the service plate. Of course, the guest always wants to drink a glass of water, which goes next to the white wine. If the guest is choosing not to drink any wine, water or champagne, he can also ask for a soda, which is served in a smaller glass, which can replace the wine glasses, or you serve it next to the water glass. Our final plate that we need to add is for bread. We serve it on the left side above the fork. We are going to continue how to fold our napkin. First of all, we open our napkin and we have it in the middle, folded in the middle. Then, slowly, we are going to take the edges and we bend it like this. You have to do this several times until we get almost at the end. As you can see, nicely. Then we double the napkin. And we put this point inside the napkin. we slowly open the napkin. Nice decoration. After taking the order of our guests, we know what they are going to eat and we need to modify their cutlery. Which means that our guest, in this case, is going to take a steak as main course, where we need to eliminate the normal fork, the normal knife, and replace it with a steak knife. Our guest is going to stay with the soup, but as an entry, he's going to ask for salmon, which means that he needs to have fish cutlery. I will show it to you in a little close-up in a little bit. So we need to replace the fork and the knife for fish cutlery. Here in front of me, we have some serving spoons. From the left to the right, we have a sauce spoon, a pastry spoon, a soup spoon to serve the soup, a salad spoon with fork to serve the salad, and a potato spoon to serve potatoes. Before serving our first dish, we need to ask the guest to take away his napkin, and we are going to take away our serving plate, replacing it with the first dish, which was our salmon. We place it in the center of our guest. We always serve from the right, and we make eye contact with the client. Plates are usually hot. We also extract the plate from this side. One of the rules, when a guest finishes eating, he needs to have his cutlery placed together on one side of the platter. Now we know that he finished and we can take away the plate. We continue with the soup. Again, we serve the soup from the right. We wait until the guest finishes his soup. We can take away his plate. Then we serve the main dish. And again, the steak has been eaten by our client, our guest, puts his cutlery, and we are ready. As a guest, you use your napkin on your lap. You start from the outside to the inside. As I told you, we start with the salmon, and when we finish eating, we put it on the side. Don't forget, left is for the fork, right is for the knife. We always eat our soup with the right hand. We cut with the right hand. We eat with the left hand. When a guest is ordering food which is served at the table, the waiter is always serving from the left side. As you can see, the plate can get closer to the guest. You have the other hand to serve the food without disturbing the guest. Servings are always done from the left. Our following step. How do we open a bottle of wine properly? We take the bottle of wine that the guest ordered. We show it to the guest to be sure that he is satisfied with it. Take it back. We place it towards the guest. We open our knife. Without turning the bottle, we slide around and we lift it. We penetrate in the center of the gorge and twist all the way down. slowly we lift the handlebar and we slowly take out the cords. Take a bowl of wine, show it to the guest again. Serve a little. Show the wine until the guest tries the wine and evaluates it as right before you serve all the other guests, and then come back to the guest host. Don't forget at the end of your dinner to tip the waiter.
Tip your waitress, she works hard and they don't pay her a lot.
Why did I want to show you all these rules? First of all, I think this was a learning class where you could see different handlings that you are not used to. So for adults and children, I think it was a valuable lesson. Second of all, when we are going to a restaurant, we need to know how to use the right rules at the right moment. The third occasion, this would be a nice thing to prepare for your parents once, for Christmas for example, or during these days of the coronavirus. You have enough time, use the materials that you have. If you need to replace one glass for another, that doesn't matter. Try to stick to the rules and use them appropriately. I hope you enjoyed my class, that you learned a valuable lesson, and that in the future you can practice this out on your family. Thank you for your attention and see you next time.